Hey there, how's it going, guys? I'm Brittany and I'm at Fairfax Pilates, and today's workout's on the Reformer. So get yourselves set up here, ready to rock and roll, and I'll meet you right back here. All right, welcome back. So I am ready to get started with a single leg on the foot bar. So I'm starting with 2 red springs. Go ahead and get comfortable on your back, whatever you want the headrest works for me. And we're gonna go 1 foot high half toe, and the other leg is tabletop. Let's go ahead and just start here. Inhale out, exhale home. Keep your abs pulling in, just compressing. And now I'm gonna bicycle, leg over, tabletop, long leg, tabletop. So as I send that leg forward, I always tell my students to extend that leg with purpose, point your toe, flex your quad. And now développé, up, tap, lift, flex, point, bend, reach. Inhale, exhale, in and out. Leg goes up, tap and lift, flex, point, bend, and reach, lift. This one feels nice. Try to time those legs to scissor at the exact time. So here's what I mean. Lift as this one straightens, this one's up. Flex, point, and hold it here. Switch to the heel of the foot. This one's in dorsiflexion, and go. When you're doing footwork, now is the time to just really remind yourself why you're here. Relax the muscles in your face. Relax your shoulders. And again. All right, we're gonna bring it in and high half toe, tabletop, and we go. And out. 3. Bicycle. And pull, inhale there, exhale, tabletop. Développé is next, in and up. Tap, lift, flex, point, and out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 1, 2 more, 2, and last one. And then come in, holding my legs straight, flex the foot, drive out. Anytime your heels are on the bar, let's push from the back side of the leg. And in. All right. Let's just let the heels find the foot bar, making sure that your headrest is flat. And then we're gonna just bridge. Tail scoops under, and we lift up, holding here at the top. Drive your arms down, squeeze your butt up, inner thighs hug in, and then we just soften from the upper back down, and then release the tail at the bottom. A couple more times. Tuck, hold, soften, and down. And then all the way down. Once we're here, let your knees just sway side to side. Good, and then let's come up. Okay, I'm gonna change things up a little bit. 1 blue spring. Change things up, meaning we're gonna do some upper body work. I'm gonna have your knees up against the shoulder rests and actually grab onto the the frame of the machine itself. I'm going to begin with my arms just a slight bit forward of my shoulders here. All right, and then my arms are staying straight, so is my back. And then, actually, just kidding, white spring, sorry. Okay, we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna pull forward and then release. I like it light. I forgot that I have changed my opinion recently, and I like that white spring rather than the blue. This allows me to really isolate my lats and my triceps without feeling any strain in my neck or shoulders. Now we're going to pull forward and keep the shoulders down off of the ears. Here we flex. So it's not about hip flexors, right? You could do a gazillion of these. It's not this. It is rounding, and then to flat, and then flexion, and then to neutral. So keeping that lighter spring on allows me to just get more movement. Let's get 2 more. And again. And then we're going to just dock the carriage back. Take a second. Give yourselves a little relief here. Now, keeping my body in the center, I'm going to bring one hand over to the opposite side. What I don't like to see is when people relocate their entire torso over to the left side. So I always have people get one hand on each side, keep your center, and then just reach the other hand off center. Then we pull forward, get the shoulders over the hands, and then we do that flexion. So by placing both hands on one side of the frame, you get to really isolate, in this case, the left side oblique at the hip. 2 more. And then let it go back. All right, so my hands again are a little forward of my shoulders. My trunk is in the center. And then I bring the other hand over. My lats pull forward, so my shoulders are above the hands. And then I go round, round. 3 to go, guys. 6, 7, and 8. And then just bring it back. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna lift the headrest up, and I'm gonna add a red and a blue. We're gonna do back splits. I know, I'm all over the place today. I love mixing up the order. Very rarely do I get through or have time to do the entire sequence exactly in its order. So I just sort of pick around and do what feels right. So I'm gonna have my toes up against the shoulder blocks, using the shoulder blocks for balance. I reach back here, and it's the headrest, not the shoulder block here. So my foot that's on the bar is a laterally rotated leg, and I'm gonna keep my hands down first and just stretch. And then we're going to come in. So the leg on the headrest is bent. I'm going to try to square up that way. And then I'm pressing that leg. And press. So you get a vasti muscle, vasti here, quad. 5, 6. One more time. And 8. Keeping the feet, bring my hands down just so that I can turn this back foot so that it points down. And now I'm just gonna really press out for more of a neutral split. This one's Russian splits. So you can hang your head down. And then I always like to turn my head away. So my right leg is on the headrest here, so I'm bringing my left ear to my right foot. Come in, quick reprieve, don't change the feet, and then we're gonna sink it out and get one more. And then we're rotating. And then come back in. All right, we're gonna switch feet. starting with the foot on the bar in a lateral turnout so that we get this different stretch. And when this is early in the workout, I in particular am not as stretchy. Most everybody is not as stretchy first thing in the workout. So give yourself a little lenience here. And then come in. Make sure this forward foot is seated in a way that is you're able to stay. 2, 3. It's about this press here. We're pulling that kneecap up. 5, 6. One more time. And then our hands come down. We're going to dock the carriage, move the foot so that it cuts off the corner, more neutral. And then you can go into splits. Once you're here, let the head fall down and then turn. Come back in. The second one's always a little nicer than the first. So go ahead and sink out and turn. And then come all the way back in. Carefully step down. Okay, bouncing back again. I'm going to lower my foot bar down and I'm going to go to upper body, one red spring, and we're going to use the long box. Arms pulling straps. I like to go back and forth, upper, lower body. Okay, as I go through my workout. So lay on your tummy, chest at the front edge without going over. My legs adducted. If you can, push your hips and your pubic bone down. And then here we go. Pull to the hips and then release. Inhale, pull, and exhale. My springs are musical today. One more time. Hold it here. Bend for triceps and back. And 2, 3. Watch that your wrists remain neutral. 6. One more time. And then take them down. Now we're going to open them up towards the letter T. Try to maintain that the shoulders and hands are level. And then we pull back here. 4 more. And last time. And then we're going to just hang up the springs. And then let's come on off the box. I like to just use the box, create a little traction on the spine, rounding the back a little. And then let's go ahead and use it for a proactive stretch here, a little figure 4 stretch. So if you want to just lay the foot up here sideways. This knee doesn't love this, so I'm not letting it go all the way down. In fact, I'm just holding it, as you can see, and my foot is in dorsiflexion. Okay, and then we're going to do the other side, of course. Okay. Straight back if you want. You can also hinge forward. I find that I actually get a better stretch when I'm up here and I just turn. You do you. Okay. So I'm going to bring the box so that it's flush with my edge over here. And I'm going to go with a blue spring only. The strap that's closest to me is the one that I'm going to use. I'm going to take it and I'm actually going to just put it over my right foot. Okay, and then I'm coming up here. I'm only holding on because I want to sweep that right leg back while I've got that strap on the foot. So my hands are on the back corners of the box. My left knee, the one that's not in the strap, is going to find its way to the center. And then my right leg is going to travel forward. Hip height. Hip height's when the rope touches my hand. So the spring is light for leg work. We're going to turn it into oblique work. So we're going to pull the leg back here, hip height, keeping it that high. We're going to take it as wide as it will go and then down to the box. Back and around. So as we're moving the leg in this hip circle, try not to let your upper body bend. You're keeping your trunk fixed. One more. All right. Save the best for last. We're going in reverse. Keep your body nice and still. We're going to lift and send it back. Up and back. And I'm trying not to do this kind of movement, okay? So you keep your body pretty fixed. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1 more. Leg comes all the way forward and just drop your foot out of the strap. Box goes flush with the other side. And then we're going to do that same thing on this side. So I'm putting my foot in. Okay, here. Come up. Hands are at the front edge of the box. My right knee is centered. And now I have that flexibility to move my leg. So as I move my leg forward and back, notice I'm not rounding and arching. That's a common mistake. I'm going to keep my back. Actually, let me fix my shirt so you can see better. I don't usually tuck my shirts in, so sorry. So you're going to just keep your back nice and flat. And then we're going to pull it here, going sideways and down. So I'm trying not to bend. Okay, people do all kinds of crazy stuff there. Keep your back neutral. Theoretically, the leg moves freely. It is a ball joint. But when it's under resistance, it really taxes the obliques. 1 more. Now, here we go, reverse. So keeping our back straight, up and back. Up and around. And then we bring the leg forward, drop it out, and then we're out of there. Let's get rid of this box. We're going to bring the foot bar up to the top, add a red, so now we have a red and a blue. Hands here, feet in the back. So weight shift as much as you can back over heels. I want a rounded back. Legs press back. And then we lift up from our tummy to pull it home. And lift. So we want to emphasize the flexion of the spine here, as that is the essence. Flexion and abdominal work. One more time. Now we're going to extend our spine, rise up to tippy toes for flat back. Inhale there, Exhale, lifting that tailbone. Now the stretch transfers to the base of the shoulders, and it stays in the lower abs. 4, 3, one more time. And I go flat feet, one forward of the other, keeping the legs back, keeping the weight back over those straight legs. And I'm not pushing with my shoulders. I'm going to keep my weight back, and then I'm pressing with my legs. So I'm just getting that spiral effect in the lumbar spine. And I'm getting a beautiful stretch in this forward leg. One more. Okay, and then let's switch. So we're here, and then we just go back and forward. One more. Good. All right, and then let's just step down. All right, we're gonna do stomach massage. So I like to put my bar down. So the standard would be keeping it all the way up the top. I take mine one notch down, so it's the third rung from the bottom. And then I also like to change the resistance a lot. So I like to use just the blue. So you're gonna scoot your bottom forward so that your heels can be together and toes apart. Now I put the foot bar down because I have super tight hip flexors. I do my best, but it just hasn't gotten any better in like 20 years. So I just lower the foot bar down. It is uncomfortable here still, but it's not misery. Okay, so that's a good place. Shoulders over hips, and I'm gonna keep that scoop. So what I don't wanna do is roll back here. I'm gonna keep my shoulders over my hips and my heels are together. Legs press, lower lift the heels, and then it's like my belly button is pulling in and I connect to the stopper. And then again, out. I find that if your springs are set, normal springs, the 2 red springs, that it is easy to miss the abs. And that's the whole point. Inhale out, lower lift those heels, and then exhale, come in. It's all one breath, all of this, and then come home. Now with this lighter spring, you do move at a slower pace, so you may feel need to modify the breath, and that is A-okay. One more time. Lower lift, and here. Okay, now, arms are up. Again, I'm not leaning back. This would be far easier. Get into a place where you're uncomfortable. Press, lower lift, and it's here, pulling in. All the way out, lower lift. Exhale, home. So when you come all the way in, really pull your belly button against your spine as you bring your body back towards the foot bar. Sink and compress your abdomen. One more time. And then here. All right. Okay, arms are here. We're gonna open and turn, lower lift, and then center. So as I'm turning, I am not leaning. That's what's very common. Keep your body vertical, lower lift, and the waistline pulls you home. Out, drop and lift, coming back. Reach, lower lift, and home. Reach, lower lift. Okay, hands back here. If you're tall, your hands can go up here. I'm not, so my hands are down here. So we do have this lean a little bit of the upper back, but I'm still gonna maintain that curve of my tail. Lower lift, and I'm still actively pulling my body back in towards the foot bar from the lower abs. Out, lower lift, and exhale, come back. 2 more. And then all the way home. I'm gonna leave the foot bar down, and I'm gonna add a red spring. This is up, perfect. Now, why would I do this? Shoulder work, okay? So when the foot bar is up in its higher setting, it's a little bit easier. So I'm gonna do my long stretch here. So go ahead and rise up to your plank, out and in. And in. Inhale away. Exhale, return. Four, three, one more, and then let's come down. I'm going to get rid of the blue spring. I got to bring my foot bar back up. Mermaid. Shin against the shoulder blocks. One hand on the foot bar. We're going to lift over and rotate. Space the hands apart. And we're pressing with that first hand and pulling gently with the second. Trying to keep both butt cheeks down, creating a rounded shape through the upper spine as if you were holding a beach ball. Then that hand moves center. And we come out the way we went in. Grabbing the forward shoulder block, foot bar arm comes up, and as we go over, notice I bend to this elbow to drop the shoulder out of the ear. You can do a little rotation down. Let's do it again. Press up and over. Round. Untwist, and out you go. Up and over. Other side. So, press out and over. First hand's pushing. Second hand is giving traction with a slight pull. Untwist. And then go out. One more time. Up and over. Trying to flex through the low back as well as the upper back. Untwist. All right. And there we have it for our intermediate workout on the Reformer. So I hope that your body feels amazing, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks again.